Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Shikshan. In this video, I'm explaining roadmap for automation testing. This video can help for both freshers and manual testing experienced who want to switch from manual testing to automation testing. In this video, I am explaining what are all the tools and technology language, what fundamental topics you should know to become an automation tester. In the next video, I will explain what are the main concept you should focus more in an interview perspective that I will explain. First, we'll discuss about fundamental topics, what we should know to become automation tester. Manual testing perspective, you should learn many things, but if you are becoming an automation tester, but still you should know few fundamental topics related to manual testing. What is software testing? What is manual testing? What is automation testing? Why testing we should do? And what is the advantage, disadvantage that everything we should learn? Verification, validation, what is quality control? What is quality assurance? STLC and STLC. STLC is a software development life cycle and STLC is a software testing life cycle. In STLC, we will understand what are all the different phases we will have for software development. STLC is what are the different phases we will have for software testing. There are many different models in STLC. Those are like waterfall model, V model, and agile model is there. Many different models based on the project. Company will choose a specific model. STLC is related to software testers. This every tester should know. Next one is testing techniques. There are different testing techniques. With the help of these testing techniques, we can create more and more scenarios for particular functionality. That is very important for covering any functionality with scenarios. Next one is test documentation. What is the test strategy? What is the test planning? What are all the documentation we need to mention in the bug to make more understandable to the developers? And traceability matrix, these all things we should know. And the defect life cycle is very important for testers, and there are many different stages that we should learn. Here I have mentioned agile testing. Agile is also one type of STLC model. Most of the companies are following agile model. So I have mentioned agile model. There are many different advantage, disadvantage, and what is agile model, what is your specific role in agile model. These all things you should know to become an automation tester. Most important thing is different types of testing. There are different type of testings are like functional testing, non-functional testing. In functional testing also there are different types. Black box testing, what is white box testing, gray box testing. These all things you should know. For manual testers and for automation tester, these all things are very important. Next one, any one language you can choose to become an automation tester. It is not required to learn two languages at the same time. Later, if company hire for one language, if company request for any other skills to upgrade, then you can upgrade to any other skills. So Java, Python, C Sharp, SQL, which are mostly used in current market, those I have listed here. There are many other languages also. In automation testing perspective, there are few most important languages are in a ruling automation testing in current market are JavaScript, Java, Python are most ruling languages in a current market. C Sharp also used. Why I have written Python plus is here. Python can be combined with many different languages. Python can be combined with Java. Python can be combined with C Sharp, JavaScript, TypeScript. Python can be combined with Ruby. These are many different languages. Python can be combined. Sometimes in some companies that is also a requirement can be. Next one, currently for automation perspective, JavaScript is most of the companies are looking for. And next one, Java and Python. So why Python is mostly most of the companies are following is this will helps for AI for testing AI models, chatbot. These all things can be automate. Java is like a evergreen language. If you learn Java, so you can migrate to any of the languages. If you learn Java, you can migrate to Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, any languages you can migrate. Python and Java are the same number of jobs I can see in a current market. I have experience for both Java and Python. So same number of calls I used to receive for both. I wants to make you understand how to choose this language or to become an automation tester. Go to Naukri profile. Okay, Naukri or LinkedIn. So in this search box, right, search for Python automation tester or Python automation or Python based on the skills and based on the technology. You can just type here and give a search here. So you will understand how many jobs are available in the market for specific language. Here you can type Java and you will understand how many positions are available in the market for specifically for Java. If you want Java automation testing, Java Selenium, these all you can search and you will be able to understand how many positions are open for specific language. Based on that, you can choose to become an automation tester, because time to time technology will change. I don't know, this video you might be watching after 6 months or 1 year or 2 years. Maybe whatever I am explaining, that might be changed based on the current market. So this is how you can make sure before choosing language to become an automation tester. Now we will discuss about the framework. There are many different frameworks are available. First, I will explain what framework is used for what purpose. Then it will be helpful for you to choose a specific framework with a specific languages. Selenium framework. Selenium is a very old framework and still it is a popular. I feel like Selenium cannot be replaced. So Selenium mostly it can be used for UI automation testing. With Selenium we can choose Java, Python, C Sharp, JavaScript, Ruby, Kotlin, PHP also can be used with this Selenium. Selenium. If you want to achieve backend testing, UI testing, cross-browser testing, so with this Selenium we have to use a lot of other third-party tools to achieve different kind of testing. That's why Selenium has this is the most disadvantage of using Selenium. But still, if you want to achieve UI testing or web testing, then Selenium is the best choice for choosing. Next one is Cypress. Cypress can be used mostly with TypeScript and JavaScript. So where we can do UI automation testing. Playwright is the most popular these days, where Playwright can help for UI testing, backend testing, and cross-browser testing. That's why Playwright is very popular. Maybe in future it will be more popular than other frameworks. So where Playwright can also be used with many different languages like JavaScript. You can use TypeScript, Python, Java, .NET. With all these languages, so this Playwright can be used. Next one is Robot Framework. Robot Framework is used for web testing, API testing, mobile testing, desktop testing we can do, and mostly Robot Framework is used for ETL testing. Next one is WebDriver IO, so where it can be used with JavaScript, TypeScript, where we can do web testing, mobile testing, API testing we can do. Next one is Appium. This is a mobile testing where iOS, Android, different mobile versions we can automate with the help of mobile apps. We can automate with the help of this Appium. Next one is PyTest. PyTest is mainly related to Python, where we can use the PyCharm and we can automate web testing, and yeah, mostly web testing we can do with the help of this PyTest. Next one, sometimes we can use Python plus Ruby, Python plus Java, Python plus TypeScript, JavaScript, and particular framework we can choose. I hope now you might have understood which language you can choose and which framework you can choose. With this language and framework, at least one CI/CD tool and one version control tool you should know. This version control tool is like where we store our local code into a remote repository. And the CI/CD is like a mediator. With the help of this CI/CD tool, local code we are pushing into remote repository. With the help of the CI/CD tool, we are continue integration we can do, continue deployment we can do. We can validate the pipeline, we can release the code, and we can check the quality, we can check the percent of code we are pushing into version control like into our remote repository. That things we can do with the help of this CI/CD tool. And version control, most of the companies are using Jenkins, where it is a free tool and cost effective. GitHub some companies are using, and GitLab is also using most companies, and some companies are using Azure DevOps. It works as a CI/CD and it works as a version control. Both we can do with the help of this Azure DevOps. When you are using Azure DevOps, it is not required to use Jenkins, because this works in both ways. And when you are using Jenkins, you need to use GitHub, Git or GitLab, Gitbucket, something based on your requirement. Most of the companies are using Azure DevOps and Jenkins, because Azure DevOps it is a paid kind of. If you wants to choose the cost effectiveness, then those kind of companies use Jenkins and GitHub. Next one is cloud testing. Cloud testing means this is a type of software testing where we use cloud-based tools and environments and infrastructure to test our applications. And there are many different types of cloud-based tools. We have AWS, Sauce Labs, Azure DevOps is there, Lambda Test, Google Cloud Browser Stack is available. So any of the cloud-based tool we can use for testing our applications. So mainly these cloud-based testing tools we can use for testing, functional testing we can do, performance testing, security testing, compatibility testing we can do with the help of these cloud-based tools. So where our local code or local suite, whatever we have created, that we can execute in this cloud-based environments which we have created in these tools. Cloud-based tools are used mostly for doing cross-browser testing. So where our whatever local code we have written, that can be run in multiple browsers, in multiple environments, where we can understand how our application is working in different browsers. That we can make sure with the help of this cloud-based tools. So where this AWS is owned by Amazon, Sauce Lab is there, Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps can be used for CI/CD, version control, cloud-based testing we can do with the help of Azure DevOps. And Lambda Test is also there. We can get logs. With the help of that logs, we can test for our applications. In backend, logs might be creating. That logs we can get with the help of all these cloud-based testing. Browser stack is also there. This is most of the companies are using browser stack, but because this is a free version we can use, and even for free version, it is very limited features are available. But most of the companies are using very limited features. Then they can use browser stack and some other cloud-based tools they can use for doing cross-browser testing and all. When we are running our local code or local suite in these cloud-based tools, so there we can execute our test cases also. We can create recordings, we can create reports, we can create a video of our suite execution. That everything we can do in a cloud-based software testing tool. So that is the advantage of using cloud-based testing. Even performance testing we can do, or security testing. These all testings we can do. And some companies follows different tools for doing performance and security testing. But for security performance also we can do with the help of this cloud-based testing tools. And here we can observe there are different tools we can use for performance testing. As I have seen, most of the companies use JMeter and LoadRunner, and even I have seen many companies are hiring for JMeter and LoadRunner performance testers. If you are preferring only for web testing, AI testing, backend testing, those all things, then we can only go for these, not required to go for automation testing. If you prefer only for automation testing, that is also fine. And sometimes some companies prefer these all tools, and even performance testing also some companies expect. But most of the companies I have seen, there will be a separate team for performance, security testing and all. So cloud testing also there will be separate team. I have seen cloud testing testers only was doing Next one, security testing. Burp Suite is also there. Vega is also there. There are many different tools also available in the market, but most widely are used Burp Suite and Vega are the most widely used security tools. But still, if you want to confirm that tools whether most companies are hiring or not, go to Naukri profile and type how many jobs are available. That you can check by searching in Naukri profile or somewhere in a LinkedIn or Google. You go and search, that will be able to identify how many companies are hiring for particular tools and technologies. That will be able to identify, and based on that you can choose tools for upgrading yourself. Tools are available for non-coders, where some people don't like coding and some people wants to stick only for the manual testing. If there are only one manual tester is there, then there are 2 or 3 automation testers they will hire, because most of the companies are preparing for automation testers. So whoever is working in manual testing, so I recommend them to go for automation testing also. Even some companies are hiring for automation tester, but still they give work on manual testing. Whenever you have a new project, you are working on new project, but still as automation tester you need to work on manual testing, because still application is stable, you can't go for automation testing. That is also one point. Whenever any companies hire for any particular technology, and after hiring if they assigned you any other different technologies to work on, but still you should accept that, because most of the companies prefer flexibility in work. If you are not ready for accepting any changes, then definitely there are many other people who are ready to accept changes. Why they wants to keep you in their companies when you are not flexible, when you are not ready to accept any other new technologies to upgrade? So I feel you should active to accept any new technologies in which are in current market. And in future also many different tools and technology may also come in the market. Keep on updating yourself as according to the current market standard. So here you can observe there are non-coding tools if you don't like coding and all. So RPA is also available, Tosca is also there, Test Rigor is also there, Salesforce is also there, ETL testing. Actually the Salesforce is both manual and automation, both you can do. So whoever is interested in manual, they can do manual Salesforce testing, or who are very interested in coding, they can do Salesforce automation testing. Both you can choose for doing manual and both automation. ETL is also both ETL automation testing, also we can do ETL manual testing with the help of SQL. These 2 are both, and these 3 are only for non-coders. This we can do manual and both automation, both you can do. Actually, in a last company, I have been hired for Java, but after joining, client requested me for Python. And in current company, client had hired me on Java. And each and every tools are new only for us. So whenever company request for you to change, so keep yourself very flexible to change for new technologies. More technology I have seen in a current market, that is the blockchain. Also you can upgrade to yourself. If you are preparing for the skills which most of the people don't have, then definitely you will win that competition. So this is what I feel, and sometimes we have to prepare based on our market standard also. That is also one point. So consider these all points and try to be flexible for yourself for adjusting with any new technologies. So in the next video, I will explain you how to prepare for the interview as a fresher and as a experienced. So what are all the main topics will be asked in the interview that I will explain. Stay tuned. Keep watching. Thank you so much for watching.